Hello, welcome to Hope for Flint. I'm your host, Kristen Wolosinovich, here with our dear friend, Dale Wayhill, Associate Vice President for Institutional Advancement with Mott Community College. Hi.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I love saying that title.
It's a long one.
It's beautiful and perfect, and so are you. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me. I always love coming on your show.
Well, dear friend of the show for many years, as the show has evolved, what do you think of the Ferris wheel studio?
It's pretty amazing. I love the fact that you now have a bench and I don't have to teeter on a little tiny
Stool.
But yeah, and there's a lot of cool activity and good vibe in the Ferris wheel in general, so it's good to be part of that.
As I was getting on the elevator to come up here, I had to wait because there is so much happening here. Then I got in the elevator with about 8 women, and I said, whoa, the wheel is happening today.
Yeah.
And we said, it's a great thing. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you've got entrepreneurs and lots of diverse folks talking about ideas and, projects and how they're going to move Flint forward.
Lots of good juju flowing throughout the building, and for us it's an honor and privilege. And hey, perfect time to thank Phil Hagerman for this opportunity. Great collaborator and
he's been instrumental in so many different things.
Great friend of ours. Yeah, Hope for Flint and
yes,
for
indeed.
Mott College. So hey, lots to talk about with Mott College. You know, I'm a huge proponent. My beautiful daughter Mila Wolosinovich went to Mott College, is
Indeed.
currently going to Mott College for hair. Played softball and volleyball. I love you, Mila. Eastern Conference champs.
One of our star athletes.
Yes. She gets it genetically. You're welcome, America. But in all seriousness, just adore the college and all that you do for the city and for so many countless lives. But let's talk about the culinary school.
Yep, we have a new Culinary Arts Institute. Grand opening was early June. I've been working on it for a couple years. It's a multi-million-dollar, probably over $13 or $14 million project, right at 2nd and Saginaw. I'm pointing towards it right now. Kitty corner, almost from the Ferris wheel building where we're at. And 3 floors. It's got a basement, then 2 stories above ground, but 38,000 square feet of kitchen space, lab space, dining space. It's basically, we're taking the entire culinary academic program from the main campus and moving all the chef faculty and all the students who are part of the program down to South Saginaw Street.
Lucky for us, we can walk right over there,
You can
correct?
walk right over, and the Applewood Cafe, which is well known for providing lunches
And
that our students make and the
Yes.
chefs make under their supervision, or the supervision of the chefs, the students do, and they're going to be open in September.
And that's an award-winning restaurant.
It is, yeah. Genesee County offers these awards in the fall every couple of years, the Chamber of Commerce. And we were Restaurant of the Year. A lot of people have never been to Applewood, if you can believe it, but it's kind of hidden on Mott's campus.
It is.
But now that we are very visible down here in the main drag, if you will, we're hoping to get more traffic for the restaurant, but also more students for the program. We've got 200 or so students who are working their way towards an associate's degree in some form of culinary or a certificate program under culinary arts. And we have space in that building for up to 400, 500 students. And so we're hoping to create what we call a destination program where it's not just Genesee County or the counties around us, but there might be students in the UP who want expertise in culinary and to get a career started. They can come down here and go to our school, and hopefully we'll have some housing options for that. We're working on those right now. Yeah.
Wow, that's brilliant. And you probably have a 5 to 10 year trajectory in terms of students coming down, and if you build it, they will come. I'm a firm believer of that.
We've got a solid foundation in the new facility and amazing faculty. And we're off and running.
You know how excited I get, it just comes to me, and I'm working on that to be a better interviewer, but I don't know if I can change it. But it's also a historical landmark, and I know you guys were it was very important to you to keep the integrity of the building itself.
Yeah, I mean, the external, the edifice has got obviously the edifice has some modern features. But, the Woolworth windows were restored. If you look at old pictures prior to, say, 1960, when it was rehabbed and made a little more mid-century modern, before that, there were the beautiful arched windows, and those have now made a return because we took that part of the facade down, and we wanted it to have the same sort of cachet that it had when it was Woolworths and bring it up to speed, for modern purposes.
Well, that was my next question is what was it prior? And, we talk about Saginaw Street back in the day, and my grandmother talks about coming down here. You had to dress to the nines to even come down Saginaw Street, and Woolworths, what a staple in the community.
It was an afternoon trip, and occasionally you would do lunch at the lunch counter or have a soda or something like that at Woolworths and then do some shopping.
It's magical. And thank you to Mott for bringing the magic back. And I know it's so important to you, too, because, you have this new campaign, Mott Strong, coming in.
We do. The college has a new strategic direction, if you will, for the years 2019 through 2021. And it's really built around increasing student success. We have students that come to us. We have a 10,000 person student body, actually 10,504 to be precise. But some of them don't necessarily stay with college, and that means they don't necessarily complete, which means you graduate. And so all of the strategic plan is really geared towards student success, whether you're on the 4-credit side, trying to earn an associate's degree, or if you're in the non-credit side, through our workforce development program, where you can get training.
It's hours. Is it hours?
Yeah, some of it's based on hours. Yeah, but it's not. You're not getting an associate's, but you're getting a certificate. Possibly a GED. We've got programs for people who may have dropped out of school and want to come back, but they're not ready, or at least they don't think they're ready for a 4-credit experience.
So with a GED, it's not associated with, I know with Gear Up to Lead, when they complete that program, they get a Fenton diploma.
High School. Ours is actually Flint Community Schools diploma. So it is associated with a public school system and a high school level diploma.
Excellent. Yes. Excellent. So I will tell you, have had some open houses. It's open house season still.
Yes.
That's why I'm broke. It's okay. The kids, it's
but
for the kids.
But you've been well fed all summer.
That's absolutely correct. Last one was an ice cream social. So my waistline's getting bigger, but that's okay. Lots of sugar. Anyways, long story short, these kids are athletes and they are hockey player specific. So are they going off to college? Actually, they're going off to play semi-pro hockey, live with billet families, but they are going online with Mott with Mott programs.
Yep, we have online programs. We have probably 5 or 6 entire degree programs that are all online now, and then bits and pieces of other programs, with gen ed requirements and other things.
Well, this family, I love this family. They're very, they're a wonderful family that do a lot of great things for the community. And I said to them, oh my goodness, how amazing. I said, Mott's an amazing college. They said that's a requirement, that they're in school somewhere, but they chose Mott. And I said, that's an amazing institution. Yeah. And I said, from an economic standpoint, you and I have discussed this for years and years and years. There's always been, what is this, whatever that stigma of going to a community college. We say all the time, my goodness, we're looking at it from a monetary standpoint.
Yeah, well, you can look at it. I mean, I think we bring value in at least those 2 big ways. One is that we are relatively inexpensive compared to other local options. And we also have really high quality programs.
That's the truth.
As you know, we were just talking to the gentleman behind the camera here, and it sounds like he's a Mott grad from our Media Arts and Entertainment Technology program.
Do you see how pretty I look on camera?
So we're looking at him right now.
That is Zachary Gordon, and you're absolutely right. He went to Mott, and what was your degree in?
Media Arts and Entertainment Technology.
That's what you just said.
But let me shift here.
But who was your teacher? Who was a professor, though?
Dave Rambisa.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's an award-winning program. I mean, those students make movies, they make documentaries, they make commercials. You can be in front of the camera, behind the camera. You can be writing the scripts. We had students that won a Student Youth Emmy in the spring at a ceremony down in Ypsilanti. And so that's just one example. I mean, we've got a strong allied health program with nursing, physical therapy assisting, occupational therapy, dental. We have a dental lab on campus. And then that's only touching the surface.
And there are so many other ancillary things. And you have hair. The hair program.
We do. Cosmetology is very strong.
It's huge.
Carol Nielsen.
Yes.
Hair and nails.
Yes. So my child's in that. But I have to tell you the other ancillary thing that you guys offer that I think a lot of people are not aware of, and this is what is so near and dear to my heart. There's also childcare you offer. There are so many you offer. You have actually your own fund for those
Student Emergency Fund.
Student Emergency Fund. So let's say you want to sign up for school, but you're like, I have children, or I don't have a ride. That's what the emergency fund is for, is to help people get to Mott.
Yep, we have a clothing closet. So if you are going on job interviews and you don't have the appropriate professional attire, maybe you're about to start a new job and you need something that you don't have in your closet, it's free of charge. People from the community make donations of suits and blazers and dresses and skirts and all the things that you would want for jobs. And students can come in and access that. So, and we've added a food pantry in the past year called Mott Eats in partnership with the Food Bank of Eastern Michigan. So we call these things sort of non-academic supports for students. We've got a lot of academic supports, tutoring, the Math Empowerment Center, the Writing Lab, faculty hours where they'll help you in their offices. But we've got a ton of things that we're actually going to co-locate in the old Woodside Church building, which is now going to be called the Lenore Crowdy Family Life Center
there we
at
go.
Mott Community College. Is that a good segue?
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Lenore Crowdy.
Indeed.
And that was just launched this year, correct?
We are, the program is probably 2 years in the making, conceptually.
The building.
Yeah, we started working on the building in earnest, I would say a good 6 months ago, purchased it a couple years ago.
Okay.
The congregation at Woodside was shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. It's a very large building to take care of.
Sure.
And so they decided to relocate, and it's at the gateway to the college, right at Court Street
Right there.
and Gorman, and it made sense for us to procure that. And we're going to make it a space where students who are having some life challenges, maybe their families are, can walk in and get some assistance, or at least get guided to some assistance.
Sure.
And the early childhood program for the little ones that we've had for 4 decades in the back of that church, we rented the space, that's being expanded. And you can see that work going on right now, where we're adding 4 additional classrooms for younger children. We've always served 2.5-year-olds to 5-year-olds. Now we're going to do newborns or close to newborns up through 2.5 and then up to 5. So those 4 new classrooms are going to serve Flint kids, Genesee County kids, many of whom their parents are going to Mott. So it reduces a barrier. Childcare is a barrier, right?
Are you listening?
Especially if you have children of widely different ages.
That's
and you got to
right.
put one here and one there.
And you're busy.
And you're busy and you're trying to take classes and get your life going. To have those children in a very high quality setting right on the same campus where
Right
you're
there.
taking classes is a
Right
great,
in your energy
it
zone,
totally
right in your space.
reduces barriers.
So real quickly for our viewers and listeners, just a brief overview of who Lenore was.
Lenore Crowdy was a trustee, an elected trustee of the Mott Community College board for 30 years, I think 29 to be precise, but 29 and some change. And she was actually our board chair for 20 years. So she was one of the 7 elected officials countywide that help run the institution, set policy, hire the president of the institution, and just make sure we're ticking along and that we're connected with the community. And I think she was the second African American to be chair of the Mott Community College Board, and just a larger-than-life personality.
She was.
She had a lot of lifetime friends, pretty much anyone she ever met.
That's
and
right.
Would call you at 5:30 in the morning, ask for donations for the latest fundraiser that she was involved with. She passed away, sadly, a couple of years ago, but she was such a champion for Mott students and knew about their many life challenges that we decided to name the Family Life Center after her. And the Mott Foundation put in $3 million as the lead gift, knowing that it was going to be in honor of Mrs. Crowdy.
And a big props to Ridgeway White and to Lynetta Coney and those who run the foundations, the CS Mott foundations. And
Yep, the Foundation for Mott Community College.
that's exactly right, which are separate entities but do have been our rock for forever. And I do have to let you know, I was a celebrity lip syncer. I know I bring this up a lot. I bring it up a lot.
Wait, you were a celebrity lip syncer?
Yep, I was. And not
Did you
only
know this, Zach?
Of course he knows this. Everyone knows it. And if you don't, well, just get a copy
I
of the
actually knew
CD
it.
because I'm on the cover. You're welcome.
I knew that.
I know. You were front row.
I was.
You're my biggest champion, but I will tell you I'm your biggest champion because
Thank you.
What a jewel Dale Wayhill is. I know I speak on behalf of my team who adore you and on behalf of the city and all you do. You are open arms to everyone. It doesn't matter. You have always been this light, love, and energy. And we, the city of Flint, the college itself, we are beyond lucky to have you.
Thank you.
Young man.
I love this community. It's not where I'm from originally, but it's my adopted hometown.
It's your home. It's your home. And
Yeah.
we truly are the lucky ones. So,
come on. Thank you.
No, I don't. I say a lot of things, but I truly mean it. So
We're all doing good work.
Mott Strong, baby. Check them out online. As Dale has said, my goodness, plethora of programs that they offer the community. And listen, you need to get in there. You need to get educated. And if you think you can't do it, guess what? You can. You are Mott Strong. And a big thank you, Associate VP for Institution of Advancement, Dale Wayhill.
Thank you, Kristen.
You definitely are hope for Flint.